Hi guys, and welcome back. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Donegal. Even though it's a little bit windy, we're just very happy that the sun is shining. Today I thought I would show you how to make some homemade burgers. I don't know about you, but I buy mincemeat a lot and then I go, what am I going to do with it? So I asked Liam this morning, what do you want for dinner today? And he said, Mommy, those homemade beef burgers that you make. So this is a very lean mincemeat. It's less than 4% fat. So if we're trying to keep this healthy, go for the less than 4% fat beef, okay? The other thing I'm going to add to this is some breadcrumbs. I probably have about maybe a cup and a half of breadcrumbs in here. That's just all I had left in a packet. If you have more, you can add more. Or you can just leave the breadcrumbs out. If you're trying to keep it super healthy, leave them out. Or you could buy that, very light bread that's only maybe less than 50 calories per slice, and just make them into breadcrumbs yourself. So for those of you who are in Slimming World, you know what I mean. It's the Be Good bread, okay? So this is where you have to get your hands dirty. So my hands are clean, and I'm just going to break up the mince in here, because sometimes when you buy mince in packets, it's kind of stringy like worms, and you want to break up that texture so that you don't get that lump of mince meat. Okay, so just use your hands to give it a good breakdown like that. And I'm going to just add then my breadcrumbs to this mix, just like that, and then keep using your hands to mix it through. Okay, I'm just going to wash my hands really quickly here, because I'm going to add now some other ingredients which will help me to mix everything through a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to add just a normal eating apple, a sweet red eating apple, and I'm going to grate that in here, skins on and all. Skin on and all. So we are coming to the point now where all the secondary school children are off school, and next week all the national school children will be finished. So it'll be back to full house here again. And is it bad if I'm thinking I need to maximize this time that I have to myself before everybody's home again? So don't forget, guys, to get some alone time quickly before everybody's home again. So it's kind of difficult to plan summer holidays this year and all that good crack, but sure, we'll get through it. Mini breaks are good, I think. Anyway, here we go. We have a wedding this year, so that will take up most of our holiday time. Now, the other thing I'm going to add is 1 egg, and the egg helps to bind the meat together. And this is something I have just discovered recently that I usually add when I'm making my burgers, is like a tomato relish. So you can use any kind of tomato relish that you like. You could look at the back and try and keep it as low cal as possible. Sometimes I add here sweet chili sauce, works just as well, and it's just going to give that little oomph to your burger that normal chop-up ones don't have. I'm going to add a couple of splashes of Worcestershire sauce in here as well, and that's it. Now, some people add onion to this mixture. I don't like to add onion unless I've had time to already cook the onion. I don't like putting raw onions. Caramelized onions are wonderful in here, but I didn't have time to cook the onions, and I just wanted to show you how to do this quickly and simply. So I'm keeping it as simple as possible. You could also add in some sauteed peppers in here as well. Give another nice sweetness to the flavor. And see now how everything is coming together really nicely here, and it's a lovely kind of moist burger that I'm going to make. If you feel it's too moist, add more breadcrumbs, okay? I'm not going to add any salt and pepper to this because I'm going to dip these in a little bit of flour, just plain flour, that I'm going to season with salt and pepper. Okay, so I hope that's understandable. Okay, now wash my hands again. Really important to keep the hands super clean, especially when you're dealing with meat. Okay, so here's the other dish that I'm going to use, and I've put some plain flour in here, and I'm just going to sprinkle that with a little bit of salt and some black pepper. Okay, just get that moving around. I might just use a fork to just move the seasoning in through the flour. Okay, now I get my hands again, and it's really good to have wet hands at this stage when you're trying to shape your meat into burgers. It won't stick to your hands if you keep your hands nice and wet. See, no meat sticking. And I just cup them, you know, I kind of go around like this and cup, keep moving my hand, and then just pat them down like that. And see, they're a nice shape. Dip them into the flour, flick it over, and there you go, ready to cook. Now, what you can do is go ahead and prepare your burgers like this, and then cover them and leave them in the fridge for when you're ready to cook. But I'm going to show you how to go ahead and cook, so I'll be right back. Hi guys, welcome back. First time this year out here in the back kitchen. We had the quickest clearance here because I forgot to make it presentable for you guys. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. My kitchen is probably the same as you guys' kitchen, just a normal cluttered kitchen. Anyway, what I have here is my pan, and I'm just going to use the frylight, which is a low calorie option to fry off my burgers, okay? So I'm going to give it a really good spraying with frylight to give it a really good coating. And I'm going to do the sides as well because sometimes the meat of the burger sticks to the sides, okay? So that's a fairly decent helping of frylight on there. And I'm just going to use my clean hands and pop my burgers one by one onto the heated pan like that, okay? And they've had time now to soak up the flour, and we'll just pop them all on like that. The flour helps to prevent the meat from sticking to the pan too much, so it is good if you can try and use flour. If you're going for a gluten-free option, just use gluten-free flour, and that should work really well. Did you know there's also gluten-free Worcestershire sauce out there as well, and a gluten-free soy sauce? It's called tamarind. I just discovered that this week, and I'm going to pop these babies on here. Now, if you want to keep this, again, a low-calorie option, you don't need to serve these on a bun. You can just have them with a nice salad, just your nice meat, and that's what I usually do. I don't usually have bread with mine, and everybody else has bread. So I'm just going to wash my hands again and let those sizzle away on a nice medium heat. You don't want to have them too hot because they will stick to the pan. So nice and slow, and then when you start to see that they're cooking, you'll see that the meat will change from pink to brown. Flip them over and just have a wee peek in. They should take about 10 minutes. Maybe 15 if you want them really well done, and flick them over and cook them on the other side, and that's it. Really, really easy. Okay, I'll show you the finished product when they're done. Here we go, finished product, deliciously smelling beef burgers. So if you're really trying to be good, this is the way I have been taught with my Slimming World friends how to eat healthier. And that's to have half your plate with protein and the other half with vegetables or salad. Or you could do a third of carbs. But if you're not going to have any carbs, this is the way to do it. Okay, so I'll just cut in here to our burgers here and give you guys a wee peek into how delicious. I can taste the beautiful chutney in there. It gives it lovely depth of flavour, and the addition of the breadcrumbs makes the texture really light and delicious. So Hope you get a chance to make some homemade beef burgers. God bless everybody. See you soon.